Amen.
Amen.
Sana mag-enjoy lahat. Yes. Saan siya nakalagay? I thought you posted it. It's okay.
Hello.
Hi.
I did not hear you guys for like the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's okay.
So you're not blessed. They joke.
Grabe naman.
Grabe
Grabe
yun.
naman.
Joke lang. That's not how it works.
Is my mic too loud?
No, it's
It's
not your
okay
mic.
lang.
It's not.
Alrighty. Alright. Hello. Welcome to another evening of Level Up Plays Exalted with the Level Up crew and our DMJ. Yay! Woo! Parang wala kayong energy.
Oh.
Woo! Meow.
My God.
Or yung mga tawa, di ba? Yung mga...
Yung laugh track.
Laugh track, oh no.
Or ano, gusto
Please
niyo
let's
na
not have a soundboard of that dito sa game na to.
A soundboard is good, just not that particular.
Or gusto niyo ng ano yung ginagamit sa sa mga TikTok videos ngayon? Joke lang. Soundtrack ng TikTok
In a
video.
minute,
Yung giggle?
I'm gonna need a sentimental voice.
Or yung yung zoom in,
Yeah.
zoom out, zoom in.
I wouldn't know because I don't do TikTok that much.
All right, so
I have to
welcome
delete.
everyone. Good evening, and we join us tonight.
Join.
Join
Nawala na
us.
sa speaker. Join.
Join us tonight as we have one viewer. Hi Maya. Join us tonight as we play Exalted, and we play, basically that. So my name is John. I'm with the Level Up crew. We have here our Gio back from down under, meaning Mindanao. Hey Gio.
Yeah, not.
We have our resident DJ, Vel.
Hello.
And of course, kailangan may tagaluto sa party natin. Our resident chef. And lover girl.
Kasi bakit niya mas bagay sa DJ?
The irony of it all.
And of course, the most infamous of all, our boss mang, John G.
Boss man.
Oh, I forgot that I wasn't introduced. Hi.
And of course, our DM for this evening, Jay, who has diligently prepared for us wonderful scenario of intrigue and combat and politics and all of that.
Yeah, I think we're on point two today, combat.
Yes,
So tama-tama si Bel.
Ah,
I want to
I
jump in just
have
to
been
say one
truly
thing.
summoned.
I just want to say something. There are no dungeons, so Jay is not a DM, which is only in
Oh,
Dungeons and
right.
Dragons.
So he's our GM or our
Yes,
SM. I don't know.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
ST pala,
Storytelling
storyteller.
or DM is fine. It's a very generic.
Generic term.
So we'll
Yeah,
go with
I'll go with whichever. It's fine. It's all
okay.
good.
But they're
So
all
that's
synonymous terms, you know. We can
they
also go
can.
with ano. Joke lang. Biglang nag-isip ng ibang term.
Well, I think we're good with that.
Yeah, different games have different names for it, but it's all the same.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
also call him, I don't know, Zeus. Joke lang, Zeus.
You flick too hard.
I really
Alright,
like.
so I think, kailangan natin mag-catch up ni Vel. So maybe, Jay, you can
Yeah.
give us a brief background on what's going on and what her character did while she was on autopilot.
Okay.
Indeed.
Sige. Where we last left our heroes, they were investigating a series of harassment that was taking place to traveling merchants um, who were voyaging towards Chiaroscuro. It's been several years since the last campaign, and everyone is more or less um, moved on in terms of their station. And because this was something that affects the economy, it was brought up to the prince consort, who decided to like basically call on everyone for a good old investigation, where they found that the harassment was being initiated by soldiers from a neighboring country called Paragon, and um, ultimately, long story short, the soldiers from Paragon are secretly trying to secure a manse, which is basically a technomagical fortress slash temple slash something that sits right in the middle of the two nations. Mm, Middle edging a little closer towards Chiaroscuro. So medyo contested territory. In any case, uh, led with Geo's merchant, the team goes off to investigate with John's party going first with and the prince consort pulling the rear with a giant uh, group of hangers on. So I guess we're looking at Xerxes level being carried on a throne. Something.
In a painted gold.
wrong, wrong one. Pwede rin naman though. It's up to you. Depende kung gaano what do you call this? PG-13 yung ano mo.
That's true. It's true.
So in any case, yeah. Yes.
That is true.
Yeah. No back massages. In any case, when we head to so John's party ends up at the man's first, and they were able to make their way to the thing, which was somewhat guarded, only to be stopped as they opened the puzzle door and faced with several opponents. At this point, I'd actually like to ask you where you'd like to be, if you would want to be with the advanced team that's about to get into a bit of a scuffle, or if you would like to be with the Crown Prince consort. Sorry, not Crown Prince, Prince consort, who is slowly making his way there on his with his giant caravan of hangers on.
Hmm.
You left some of them, yes, with the. But it's up to you. If you want to like just leave them all there first because there are soldiers and such, then you can go ahead. Okay, sure. Okay, sounds good. Mm-hmm.
Well,
So okay, right. So in that case, you guys will be entering the scene in about a couple of turns, not too long. Meanwhile, in the midst of everything, you know, grand moment, able to solve the puzzle, open the gate, only to be stopped by a group featuring a woman which has a moon silver bow. And I believe the last thing that she mentioned was that, hey, that augury was spot on. They would show up here and open the thing for us. So I'm giving you guys, since you guys are the protagonists, I'm giving you first option of what to do.
okay.
Yeah, Ash is with you guys, so there's also that.
What is the
Ew!
scene? What does the scene look like?
Well, you guys are currently at the by the gate. There's scaffolding and stuff, as you know, it's been recently excavated. You guys are at the bottom. There's this sloping ramp where the workers would bring in stuff. And from what you can see, there is a woman with that moon silver bow, and she is accompanied by two other people. Both appear to be dragon blooded.
Where are
Um,
they positioned?
they are on the ramp, like above. They have higher ground, I suppose. There, and she is a good, say, 30 or so meters away from you guys. So they're definitely not in melee range yet. So you're looking at this woman with a moon silver bow. You have a water aspected dragon blood, and then a uh what do you call this? And an air aspected one.
They're between us and the entrance.
No, they're behind you. The entrance is in front of you guys. They're behind you.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Sinundan kami.
mhm,
Okay, okay, okay.
yep. Although what you mentioned is interesting that they actually performed an augury, and somebody was able to determine that you guys would open the gate.
So, with me is Ninai, or rather, si
Soon, soon.
Chun
Chun
Chun,
chun. Everyone's with us,
except
right?
for John and si Aka tsaka si ano,
Yeah.
Bal.
Aka and Balmong are the ones which are on their way.
Mhm.
Okay, so in the absence of anyone else reacting, I'll be like, run, run. Well, I'm running for the entrance. I have been in this
Okay.
position before, rival artifact plunderers, and be like, oh, it's every man for himself. Let's run. I scoot.
Okay. So your most experienced archaeologist sprints into the ruin
And I
with
try to look
literally just saying that run, and then just bolts inside.
and I look for like a way to close it.
Okay. All right. So you enter, and as expected, the manse is actually operational. Much to your surprise, it doesn't look like it's been destroyed or anything. It just seems to be on standby mode.
Okay, great.
So you find a console not too far away that you can probably fiddle with. It's going to be using first age technology though.
Uh,
Do you have any what do you call this?
Special.
Particular skills for that one?
General lore.
Okay. So could you roll your sagacity and your approach for this one, which would be
I'm trying to do
brute
this.
forcing it. So
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
Okay, so where do I roll this? I will roll it here in the chat.
Yeah, this is the chat. Dice roller channel.
All right. Let's go.
Hmm.
There. Boom.
Holy
Hi,
cow!
people.
Wow.
Oh my
1, 2,
god.
3, 4,
Nice.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
Damn.
I mean,
Wow.
Okay, so the dice roller misses you. Okay. First roll of the game, 9 successes on an
feeling into
okay.
techno machine.
Yeah. All right. So you tell the rest to run. You dive inside. You find the console. You grab it. The console flares to life, and thankfully, um, it's not entirely different from the ones you've seen before.
Mm.
And even more so, it's similar to the one that you've studied extensively. Given that you have 9 successes, um, not only are you able to give a command to the mans, but I'm giving you the opportunity to um, technically reprogram part of the automated defenses
Mm.
for the mans to
Yeah.
your advantage.
I have it register me as a authorized admin user.
Essentially, yes.
Admin, yes.
Yes.
I am admin. I have admin control. So,
Okay, great. So you have that, and it will start taking instructions from you, uh, given your essence signature. So like, greetings, greetings, master,
I give
master
it a name.
branch.
Branch. Let's go with branch. Yes.
Okay, greetings, master branch. Welcome back.
That is kind of cool. Sige. So yung iba, how I would like to
Yeah.
give. I want to give enough time for everyone to get in, but basically it's closing.
Hmm.
The door is closing, shutting down behind me, and I'm like, I'm just waving at them. Get in.
So
Okay.
we
So what are you guys doing?
sprint towards the door.
Okay. So Ash and Chun both sprint as well.
We are one.
Oh yeah.
So
But
yes, we we sprint towards the door because we see the urgency that branch
Mhm.
was motioning. So we just come on, let's go.
Okay. Gio, how about you?
Can I be on my fast bear?
Sure. Yeah,
So
you're
I'm
still on your fast bear, having
yeah. So
managed
I'm
to
also
sneak up to that place on your fast bear.
fast bear.
yeah. I'm a very so he yes. You see a horse is running quickly, carrying me on his back towards where everyone else is as well.
Hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
So you guys make it the door starts closing, and the given that they're a little further away, only two of them manage to get past the door. The
Ooh.
water aspected one is the one that doesn't get to make it,
Uh-huh.
but the girl with the bow and the other combatant, the air aspected one, is the one that managed to get in. As the girl slides, underneath the closing door along with the other one, who manages to tuck and roll through the portal. Um, she gives a uh, what do you call this? A whooping cry as she releases several arrows at you guys. Um, and as she pulls back on her bow, you see that there are several essence arrows that appear on the bowstring before she lets go. So she fires basically a spread of arrows at you guys. So go ahead and make a roll for that. And that will be against your respective. Um,
Defenses.
okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defense. So what are your defense scores?
Okay.
Oh, let me put up my
4 if I don't boost it.
Mhm.
It's mine.
Easy one. Ano ba yung defensive? There it is.
It's up to you guys if it's a parry or a dodge, usually.
That's alright. I will parry.
Am I included in this?
Yeah, all of us are.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, all
all
of you
of us
guys are.
are.
Yeah,
Good
so
job.
she's able to release a volley of arrows, one for each of you.
Mhm.
Yes, because you guys are not in the scene. Not
Wonderful.
yet. You guys will be appearing in the next round. It's like, I am here. Door closes. Damn it.
You're free, the both of you are free to deal with the army outside.
What is ano ulit yung pang
Sorry, your
roll?
I believe your defense should be a static value.
Eh,
So it should be on your character sheet, I think.
Yes, it's on the lower left called
l-
static values. So there is a brief computation. Parry is close combat plus choose
attribute.
choose one attribute divided by 2 round up.
Mhm.
Or if you just want to dodge, it's athletics plus a
Athletics plus attribute.
attribute.
Minus mobility penalty.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah, but
wearing
you're
I
not wearing
will
armor, so that's fine.
parry. Close combat. Close combat.
Okay.
Okay, it's 4 plus attribute
pick ka
So
lang.
in your case, how are you blocking the?
with force.
Okay.
So that's 8. Total of 8.
Mm-hmm. Divided by 2, so 4.
Divide 4. Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2 over. 2 over. So most of you have 4, from what I can tell.
Same
Gio,
side.
how about you?
Sorry.
Could you go ahead and quickly calculate your defense? That would be either if you attempt to
Sure.
parry, it's your close combat plus chosen attribute for your defense divided by 2.
It's close combat and chosen defense. So I'll choose finesse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6. So I
So
rolled 6
Okay.
dice, right?
no, that's
No, you don't roll anything. So 6 divided by 2. So 3. Yeah. So they're all static values. You just have to compute for them, and I just have to roll over them. I was able to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So 2 over on each. So that means she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power.
uh,
Sorry. So what happens here is that in combat, the way it kind of works is when you're fighting, normally your attacks are considered what they call uh withering attacks, where you chip at your opponent's defenses. And what happens is when you roll for an attack, you go against someone's defense, and after which, if you have successes left over, then it adds to a value called power. So in this case, your opponent has managed to build up a stack of 7 power because they rolled higher than your defenses. So basically, it's um, mechanically, it's done this way in cinematically in the game. Essentially, she slides underneath the door, whips around, her hair flailing about as she draws her bow. Multiple arrows of energy on the bowstring she lets loose, and all of them send you guys scattering, diving for cover or blocking, or
Wait lang.
attempting to to stop the what do you call this? The projectiles. So
from
in a way, it sort of sends the momentum of the fight against your favor as you're taken by surprise. So that's how it is. You have taken no damage as of yet. Um, it's just that she has an extra advantage in combat at the moment. So that's
yes, the end.
yeah. So it represents the edge in combat that she has. Ultimately, when you guys also take your turns in combat, that's the same point of view that you'll have. When you do your attacks and whatnot, it's really about chipping down your opponent's defenses until you have enough power to do a decisive finishing attack.
So I guess for those who have ever played fighting games,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically like yung mga back and forth na attacks until you
Yeah.
unleash a super move.
Yes. So you build power for most of the fight, and then in the end you spend power for to finish. So that's basically it. The thing with this current system is that even if you're not performing an attack, there are ways to build power. So whether it's I hang back and study his weaknesses or whatever, it's still a way to build power. So in that case, even quote unquote non-combat characters can participate.
Which
So
is-
yeah. So that's her action. And the other one unfortunately does not get an extra action. They just sprinted as fast as they could to get through the door. So meanwhile, so that's first two actions for everyone. That's the first round done. Um Switching over to Aka and Balmong. Balmong is Balmong riding? Is he mounted or something?
I don't think I have the skill.
Okay. So Aka is on horseback though.
Probably. I could be on her back. Her back.
siya yung right.
Ako yung
She is
ako
an
yung riding in
expert
tandem.
rider, guys.
Like, angkas. Angkas.
Ako yung
Ano? May angkas nga.
Angkas.
May shield sa likod.
See, I have a 5-star rating, don't you know?
May shield.
May shield sa likod. Pang ano.
May shield sa likod. Perfect.
Barrier. Anyway.
Pang against
See,
ano daw.
so you guys arrive and you find that yes, apparently they managed to dig up this like technomagical war fortress that's been buried in the sands all this time, and it's flaring to life at this point as we speak. Meanwhile, there is a glimmering light at the top of the structure. It lights up and then it has a holo projection as the man's recognizes its master, and there's this projection of Branch's face as he seems to be diving away from an arrow of some sort. So have you seen like Megamind, that sort of like giant projection of someone's face in the night sky? So
Like,
yeah.
Inside, we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, meanwhile there's like first H writing underneath like Master Branch.
Oh boy.
So at this point, the soldiers are obviously alarmed because the man's is flaring to life and it's under the control of someone they don't know. So clearly there is an emergency. So what are you guys doing?
Siguro we rush towards the I tell Aka, I think maybe we need to help the others. By the looks of it, they need our help. Ganun, yucks. Yun. So I tell her that I tell Aka that we may need to go and rush towards the temple. And she has free reign of how to take care of the armies in between.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking like her teenage angst kicks in. And she's like,
Okay.
no, I don't want to go.
Okay.
So like, I'm thinking like maybe we're quarreling now na parang, I'm telling you na, hindi, ikaw na lang pumunta, I'll just stay here. Ganyan.
Para tayong nag-aalaga ng teenager.
Teenager na nga siya.
Are you Groot?
Teenager na siya. Oh, hindi
Ikaw
na
ba
siya.
And it comes
Ikaw
with
ba
the
si Groot?
mood swings.
It's like Groot in that movie.
But you're the most
Yes,
powerful person around.
I know, right?
We need
Just
you.
I can just imagine like Aka, di ba? Teenager, telling off this monk na sobrang laki ng katawan. Di ba?
She sits there like hitting them with the chest kind of thing. Hey, they're such close friends, man.
Actually,
Well,
that's
they
pag
are.
nag-aaway
They
kami,
are pretty
yung the army's like, what's going on with these two? yung mga kalaban na military people, like, what the heck are they doing?
Once they notice you're there, no?
Yung parang, why are they, parang yung
That's true.
puzzled sila na parang they thought they were going to be attacked and nothing's happening.
Like they're all holding swords and they're like, hintayin ba natin to or
Okay, fine, we'll go, but I'll like stay in the back, like significantly. So I'm thinking like Balamong and then the army or whichever, but I'm like a few feet back
okay.
because I'm like dragging my feet. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go.
Bata.
It's like, they brought me here just to fight more mooks.
Like, I got
I
out
didn't
of
even
this,
wanna
and
be
that's why I
here.
started working.
Ako
That
shakes
is
my
true.
head.
Yeah, okay. So at this point, the soldiers recognize the prince consort, and they're like, there's this moment of surprise and I guess disbelief that the prince consort is in the middle of the desert and stumbling into this clearly top secret and illegal structure that they were trying to capture in secret
So, syempre,
before some.
I
Yeah.
always go with the, since I'm a diplomatic person, I will use intimidation. So, parang,
Okay.
parang I will shout out na parang, what are you guys doing here? Parang ganon.
Okay.
That's
All
basically
right.
it.
Go ahead.
So,
Yeah, that looks like yeah, force and what's a
force,
good enough for that one?
um,
Embassy?
embassy or
Presence?
presence? I think
Presence.
presence is better. Kasi I have
Presence.
5 points in presence eh.
There we go. So yun, go ahead and make a roll for that one. The difficulty for that is you're fighting
This is a very
fairly well trained soldiers. So you'll take a penalty of 3 dice.
So that's still
You're
I still have,
sorry, you need at least 4 successes.
okay, I have
Yeah, sorry, I forgot you don't deduct dice play here. That's New World of Darkness. Sorry, my bad.
10 10 10. So I 2 4
Ayun.
6.
Sagad na yun. 10, 10, 10. That's 7. Okay.
success.
We're rolling so many successes these days. Okay,
The
so
dice-
you're 3 over. So you manifest your godly presence. Considering what your monk looks like, I don't think that's very hard to do. I saw the
Like a
The
that
six-
for that
The
one.
reference photos.
Does it have that shawl thing that stays afloat somehow?
Yes.
Okay, great. And it flutters in the desert wind. Sige. Um, so you call them to stop and like your voice echoes across the desert. And the weak will drop everything they're holding while the others like are quick to look towards their commanders as you demand to know what they're doing. They're clearly unable to move as you overwhelm them with your godlike presence. And
It is kind of funny.
and unfortunately you guys are exalt, so this is par for the course for what you guys can do.
Mhm.
And they some of them like just turn and run. Being subject to your scrutiny has driven them to shame. As some of them have flee towards the desert, hiding their faces. While the others which have managed to somewhat resist you are like, don't run away, you cowards! The perfect will have your heads for this. Like, if we killed the prince, then we'll be rewarded handsomely.
Tapos I
So
laugh. I laugh. You dare think you can kill me? Again, intimidation.
Yeah, but yeah, that was your action already.
Wow.
So
Yeah, and this is more
at
of
this
just
point,
banter.
yeah. Uh, so well, they're at a disadvantage anyway. So they're taking dice bonuses for the fact that they are, admittedly still a little fearful. Um, so Aka is watching from the back, big mug guy, big show fella, of course, and then finally the guys who were able to resist, charge forth towards Balmong. So what are you doing at this point?
I was
Um,
thinking of me or Balmond.
Aka,
Okay.
because Balmong's
Um,
already taken his action.
what does the setting look like?
Well, you guys are currently out in the desert. Think of it as a archaeological dig. So there are tents. There are scaffolding structures near the what looks like that fortress towards the middle. The army, or what's left of it, are basically the guards that were left to keep an eye on the place. So they're armed with the usual bows, sabers. A couple of them are mounted. Um, but it's nothing resembling like a full-on army. So maybe about like 30 people.
Actually, naisip ko yung scene sa Stargate.
Stargate.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
haven't
know,
seen.
oh, it's so sad.
I'm so sorry. Anyway, I was thinking since I'm like
The mummy.
significantly farther
Mm-hmm.
back, like I was thinking of kind of roaming around and like, typical teen na parang let me look for a place to sit down and watch. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing. Maybe like
Okay.
stealth. I
Nakakainis.
don't know. Is that stealth? Because I want to be undetected. Like I don't want Balmong to like look back and notice that I left.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth roll for that one. So it's finesse and stealth.
How do I do this?
So just go ahead and make a roll
Is that
of a
against
number of dice equal to
my
your
own
stealth
awareness?
plus your
Is that against my own awareness?
which one?
Let her
Yung
roll.
stealth niya.
Yeah, let her roll first. And then yes,
Tama
your
ba?
awareness.
My stealth is 3, so 3d10.
Plus your
Plus your
finesse. So how many dots do you have in finesse?
3 din.
Ayun, so 6 dice.
Okay.
6d10.
Okay, so 2 successes.
Yeah, that's pretty
PD
easy.
na.
Not bad.
PD
And
na.
then yeah. Balmong, do you plan to roll up against that?
Awareness plus what?
Yeah.
Or just awareness?
That would be
Awareness plus finesse? Force?
No,
I'll find
force.
it.
It'll have to be forced because you're not in any situation to
4
be
plus
finessing
7. Okay.
stuff right now.
Yeah.
7 dice. Wait lang.
It's just whether he knows where she is or not.
Yeah.
10, 8, 8.
Okay. Clearly he does.
No!
And I'm
The
like,
betrayal of the die!
and I'm like,
Grabe, dami
get
tens
back here.
today.
Parang ako, get back here.
Talaga, where do you think you're going, young lady?
Where do you think
No!
you're going, young lady? Oh my god, it's such a team.
I'm almost 18.
I'm almost 18. I'm like 2 months away.
I'm an adult now.
You're not yet a
You're
girl,
not my
not yet
dad.
a woman.
Oh my
You're-
god.
You're not my real dad. Ganun naman.
You're not my real dad.
No. And he's gonna be like, he can pull rank.
I'm a father of this nation.
He's not wrong.
Okay, so at this point, they're treated essentially as, I'd say, like 2 mobs of goons heading towards you guys. So I'm splitting that up. 2 mobs of, say, 15
A lot
soldiers.
of people.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. And they fall upon you like a ton of bricks. So the soldiers are clearly well trained. So they go after Balmong. What's your defense?
Wait. Let me say. Ano ba mas maganda sa akin? I can close combat
Mm-hmm.
parry. That's 8 divided by 2, 4. Sorry,
Okay.
9 divided by 5.
Ah, so
Ay,
5.
tama, 8. Sorry, it's 8, 8. 8 divided by 2,
Okay.
4.
All right.
So I will close combat parry.
Okay. So the first one misses. The next group is heading towards Aka. Aka, what's your defense?
Barry, I guess.
So what's your close combat and finesse?
Finesse ba? Hindi pa the
Again,
force.
fighting force.
Pwede
Fighting force. Yeah, because
So if it's
honestly,
not, it's
yeah,
10.
if it's 10, okay, so your defense for that one, your parry is 5. It's
Pa.
huge.
Taas ng defense.
Okay.
She is
Yeah,
our
so the misses. Okay, so yeah, between. Okay, here's the thing. They are a mob, so they technically count as non-essential characters. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Vel, as a Dawn case character, one of your special abilities is that you can, without having to roll, knock out all non-essential characters.
Let's go.
I think in a scene. Let me double check that, but I do remember that seems to be the case.
It's one of her abilities.
It's
I
one of
just
her abilities, right?
I don't know which one what triggers it. Like, does she have to be in aura mode or something? Then it becomes
Nasa charms ba yun?
No, it's a passive anima effect.
Oh.
Without needing, here we go. Without needing to roll, defeat up to the Dawn's essence. Okay, so in that case, every turn you're able to defeat one extra every turn, and then you add your without having to roll. So just one person keeps dropping without having to
Pero
to
essence
roll against anything at this
SS2
point.
na siya, di ba?
Oh yeah, SS2. Sorry, so two people drop every turn without having to roll against them.
You can just cinematically say, I take out 2 people. And then the
Yeah,
rest.
essentially. So, they come after you, okay. So the way that this normally works is that you declare how your character responds first, then we'll check against your skill and your stat. So, for example, if you're looking at doing a parry by using force, then your description would be how Aka's parry would look like if she's doing so forcefully, because that's different from finesse. Finesse is, clearly it's very stylish, it's very, graceful. Forceful is something else. His force might be the whole, oh, somebody charges at me, I sidestep him, grab his helmet, and use it to knock another soldier
Oh,
unconscious.
that's
So both of them go down. So stuff like that.
beautiful.
That's more Aka
Mm.
essentially than what Balmong would be doing, because Balmong would be more finesse in terms of his parrying, because it's a way for you to also, I guess, play up the differences of your characters, the way they fight, the way they talk, the way they, I mean, again, based off how Aka was in the first campaign, I mean, it feels like a power parry sounds definitely like something Aka would do. So yeah, you knock out two of the mob immediately, um, by using their respective helmets to parry any incoming attacks coming towards you, using them as human shields, grabbing someone's arm, using it to block another person's blow, kicking this guy aside before so you're in the midst of, like, think of it as like you're stuck in the middle of a melee in one of those Dynasty Warriors Muso type games. They have a whole bunch of dudes with weapons coming at you.
Let's
Um,
go.
yeah, so you're stuck in that at the moment. Meanwhile, inside the
Mhm.
manse and being projected into the night sky is Branch. So what are you doing?
Um, The control panel, is it portable or is it like stuck in the wall?
The control panel is apparently portable. You shove your hand into like the side of a thing that turns into a cuff
Oh
that
god.
you rip out. So now you have a golden cuff with like essence energy that you can talk to or something. Some sort of
Okay.
technomagical Pip Boy.
Very, very Tony Stark. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
um, do I notice what it's doing? No.
From what you can tell, you've managed to reset it, so it's going through its initial diagnostics and setup,
Okay.
and it's reading your essence to identify your exaltation type, what your current level of essence is, how it can assist you in your role.
Yeah, I'd be like, um, so I wouldn't have any idea if it's projecting all of these things outside.
At the moment, no.
Okay.
It's just doing a startup sequence. So you're not sure if it's projecting.
Yeah, as soon as it's like going as it's going through its startup, I go like since I know that I've gotten admin rights basically,
Right. Mm-hmm.
I go for and I say designate that person as or those people as hostile targets neutralize.
Okay. So you go ahead and assign them as hostile targets, and the voice in the console acknowledges your command,
And then, yeah, and in
and
order to
yeah.
neutralize, uh, yeah, just neutralize. Bahala na sila.
Mm-hmm.
Non-lethal if possible, because
Okay.
I want to know who they are.
All right. Okay. So you give that command, and you guys can sense that the man's is responding somehow. You hear some clanking noises coming from the other rooms. There's certainly something going on, but we'll see that in the next round. Gio, what are you doing?
Hmm.
So you've been shot at apparently,
I
but
have.
not but uninjured.
Where again have I been shot at? Like you said, or am I actually hit
No.
or just it just missed? Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Let me think. Let me see what do I have here. Oh, I have Death of Obsidian Butterfly. It's a
Okay.
spell.
It is a spell. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me think. Uh, I'm trying to think of a name for the butterflies first. The Flutter Bears.
Pwede.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with
Death
this.
of Obsidian Flutter Bears. Okay.
Yes, the Flutter Bears die. As in, I just go like that, and suddenly, like erupting up
Yeah.
from behind, from my feet or something.
Okay.
They
So
just
so you
start.
pose like a Vegas showgirl as the obsidian
Roar!
butterflies erupt from your robes. Um,
Ouch!
That is fun.
are you okay?
I hit my mic.
All right.
Okay, but yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna do that.
So,
Let me
uh-huh.
check. I haven't checked the. It's been a while since I took a look at the what it does exactly, like what.
Hmm. Yeah, let me
Core
pull that up
manuscript.
as well. Death of the Obsidian Butterflies is on page 345.
Is that
So,
the manuscript?
yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
So it says spend 5 will, make an attack as a medium ranged weapon that affects every range band up to long range as long as it's within the character's field of perception. Well, okay.
Ooh.
Attack reduces heavy cover to light and destroys light cover. Player may optionally treat the character's remaining wells. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Medium range weapon that affects every range band. So everything gets hit like it was hit by a medium range weapon.
Alright,
So
yeah, I'll try that.
okay, no
Like in the
problem.
direction of the guy who shot at me.
Sure.
Hmm.
Let me just go ahead and take a look at what you need to be rolling for, what the stats are for your medium ranged weapon. So yeah, you throw your arms up and like a Vegas showgirl, and Um, a cloud of obsidian butterflies blast through. Um, sorry, my wife is laughing at the description of the biggest showgirl. she's she plays she plays exalted sorcerers, so she's like, "What? What? Stop disrespecting sorcerers." Anyway, um,
Well, it
I
looks
just
like
have I have tiny cages of where the butterflies would normally come up from.
not that you really need them, but yes.
okay, so go ahead and roll. That would be in
Where
your
is it?
case. What would be finesse or force and your
I'm
sagacity?
more a finesse guy kasi. So
Okay, so finesse
finesse,
and sagacity.
sagacity is 4,
Yep,
finesse is 5, so I roll 9.
9 dice. Yes.
Nice.
And her defense is a 5, so you're looking to roll more than 5 successes.
1, 2, 3,
Definitely hit.
4, and
Okay,
then
so
two
that's one,
tens,
two,
right?
three,
So do
four,
I
five,
reroll those two?
six. No,
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 this
they count as double. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So you
Yeah.
definitely connect. Since you're blasting them with that, that means that overwhelming 1 plus another 2. Okay, I'll need you to keep track of this. You count as sorry, that's
Wait,
everything
I spent
within.
5 will, right? Let me
Yeah,
just
you
mark
spent
that.
5 will, and sorry, you shot
Uh,
at multiple targets. So that's 2 people. One is a
oh,
4, one is a
where
5.
where on this sheet is the will? Because I see motes,
Yeah, I'm
rating.
assuming this is motes. Spend 5 motes.
Alright.
it's
Yeah,
more.
it's probably a typo from the manuscript. So just knock down your motes by 5. You deal damage to everything. So in this case, you're fighting 2 opponents, and you reduce. You hit both of them. Um,
Mm.
1, 2, 3. The other is a defense 4, so that's another. Okay, so go ahead and mark down that you have a power of 7
Ooh.
Okay.
right
I'll
now.
just
So
write.
yeah,
I'll just put it here. Okay.
yeah. So at this point, that means you can either perform a decisive attack in your next turn to knock one out, or to basically deal damage to one of them. Or you can pass uh that power to another character. Because if you don't feel confident in, let's say, dealing the direct damage or
Mm.
something, you can pass it on to someone else.
Okay.
So it's basically like you create an opening for a teammate.
I think I'd rather do that.
Okay,
Sige.
Yeah.
you pass it to
So.
Chun Chun. They
Mm,
pass it to Ash.
Ash
who?
is good.
I look at Sun Tzu. I pass it to Ash.
Okay.
God.
Hey, look at Chun Chun. Look
It's
at
like,
Ash.
huh? Ah.
They
Hmm.
create an opening for but okay, that guy. All right. So
The guy with the giant skull and
The
bone.
guy who I
yeah, the
had
guy with
trouble. The guy who they had trouble fighting with before.
yes.
I wouldn't know this. It's just that Ash kind of seems more
Formidable.
reliable.
Grabe!
I said more
It was
reliable. You're
it
reliable. He's just
it
more
was a
reliable.
trick.
More.
It
No,
was a
but
trick. Chun
it's
Chun is actually more terrifying pag nagano siya, nagkabidon siya. Anyway, um,
Leg kabedon.
leg kabidon to wall. Okay. So you pass it on, and then now it's Chun Chun's turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
How about we kabedon them now that you mention it? Let's just trap them. Let's
Go
just
ahead.
trap
You
them
have
with
unarmed
like
combat. Why not?
so yun yung
okay.
naging parang signature move. Flying
And
cabinet.
since this is like the first battle sequence for
Okay.
this season, let's just
Okay.
do like a signature move.
All
Let's
right.
do that. Let's do that. Is there a wall nearby though?
There's a lot of walls.
Yeah, there's a lot of walls, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a room, right?
It's a room.
Yep.
So I do is that closed combat or is that
Yes.
range? Okay,
Close
okay,
combat.
4.
Yeah.
Is she right next to them already, or does she have to run up first?
I'm assuming that the whole run up is something that you can do as part of our action.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up to them para may onting vuelo.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait. I stretch out first, like do like leg stretches, and like here we go again.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. I have 4 in close combat
Mm-hmm.
roll.
And then what attribute are you using for this one? Power.
Force para yeah.
Force. Got it.
Force
Okay,
para
force.
talagang
8 dice.
8
Are you
dice.
using any of your charms? Do you have like an excellency in close combat or something that you can use?
I think meron
I
kang
have wait lang. Sorry, my dog wants popcorn. I have lightning speed.
no,
Okay.
that means you
The
don't have.
exalt becomes a blur of motion, and pero it's not really. Yeah, just
Yeah.
let's just do 8 dice.
All right.
Okay.
8 dice it
Hopefully,
is.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't fall on my face.
No, you probably won't.
Ah, okay. That's 4 successes. Okay.
Okay. Phew.
All right. So, given 4 successes, sige. Wait. You technically this is a stunt since you declared it and explained exactly how it was going to go down. You get 2 more dice to roll.
Oh, +2.
Yeah, so just roll two additional dice.
So let's see how it goes. More success. Oh,
Oh, too bad.
too bad. Too bad.
That's okay. Okay, so stretch. Do you know how the whole Chun Li thing goes, where she there's
Yeah.
this moment that it's just time just stops and there's this flicker before she's suddenly there. There's like obsidian butterflies scattering on behind her trail as she cuts straight through all the shattered obsidian butterflies from or flutter bears from Geo's spell. And with a thunderous boom, her heel connects against the wall right beside the head of the what do you call this, of the air aspected dragon blooded character, knocking aside the hood to reveal the angsty features of a white-haired, blue-eyed, and pale-skinned uh, combatant. His eyes are wide as the shockwave of your kick smashes beside his head. Um, and what do you call this? You had 4 successes, so that's over his defense. So go ahead and gain 2 power for that one. Sorry, 3 power. So you just mark that down as your as how much power you gained for Tsum Tsum. Okay. All right. So it's their action now, and the girl with the bow is the one which has 7 power. Okay.
Grr.
So she's going to attempt to attack Branch because she's seen that Branch has managed to assume control of the entire thing. His hand pulls out arcs of essence, the thing declaring him as its master. And so she will shoot at you.
Annoying woman.
And okay, that would be. And she is spending essence to amplify her roll.
Come on.
Okay, your defense is 4, right?
Yep. I do have a charm though, so I'll.
Okay, are you triggering a charm? Or
Yeah.
you wait until the roll?
Let's wait until the road.
Okay, got it.
Second step shy. It says here.
Yeah. Okay. Ah, good. Just the 3. Just the 3.
Oh, okay. No need to.
Yeah.
Parry. I whip out my trusty magical brush.
Yeah.
Ping.
Okay. So you take out the brush and you deflect the arrow
Yep.
effortlessly. Um Despite her. Yeah, that's right. She actually amplified that shot. This arc of light streaming towards you, and you just simply deflect it. It bounces off harmlessly, embedding itself somewhere in your newfound man's.
The wall.
Gonna have to make her clean that up. So that's gonna leave a mark. Anyway,
I'm gonna clean this with your face. Whoever she
okay,
is.
and the air aspected one that is currently caught in the grip of Tun Tun's yes. Cabedon's action right now.
We will consider it a grappling maneuver.
I have to figure this out as a grappling maneuver. I have no idea. We'll figure this out.
It is somehow.
Yes, somehow.
But they're just so awkward and embarrassed right now.
Well,
That's why
Yeah.
they can't do anything.
I don't know if Tun Sun's embarrassed. 'Cause
I'm like in a rabbit
not-
hole of
not
like
Sun Tzu, the
Cabedon.
guy. That's why they're quote unquote grappled because they don't know what to do in that situation.
They don't know what to do in that
My
situation.
training,
Yeah.
my training didn't prepare me.
Did not prepare me for this.
I'm gonna say I sent like a Cabedon I wanna do in the future with the other characters. Hopefully, it's in the
That
general
makes
chat.
Sure.
Someone's just carrying.
Oh
You're
no.
pretty tall yourself, aren't you?
But what
The
if that
second one.
person is bigger? Like maybe I don't know, like a monster or a creature that's like really tall.
Okay, so 3 successes. Okay. I'm gonna have to ask you to make your close combat roll against 3 successes, close combat and force. As he attempts to get out of the Cabedon grapple.
It's really funny whenever that.
This is horrible. He's not gonna be able to build any sort of power at this rate.
Well, he is in close combat, and tsaka I think probably not a melee fighter. But
Yeah, not a melee fighter. So you're up against the 3. So go ahead and roll your force plus close combat. Tsun.
Force this close combat.
Yeah, the same thing you rolled for your 8 dice, I think. Yeah.
So while Sun rolls her dice, I shall have kangkong
Nothing.
chips.
Okay. Okay. So thankfully to him at least, he manages to flicker away from underneath your legs and appears a short distance away. Making sure that he is not up against any walls at this point. And unfortunately, that actually consumes his action. So he can't do anything at the moment. Finally, Ash gets his action. So Ash is force and close combat. So that would be 8 dice. Spends essence to double that.
no, I feel like
12 dice.
Wow.
Oops, sorry. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Definitely connects. And because Geo gave him the 7 power to spend. Okay, so what you guys see here is he hefts his great sword over his shoulder, and propels himself with a speed that you know shouldn't be possible for someone of that size, towards the girl with the bow. And he brings his sword down in an arc, leaving contrails of screaming faces in the air behind him, given that he's still using that horrible weapon of his. Um, so that is so she has a soak of 3, and that deducts from his dice rolls. That's 7 plus 1 success, 8 dice plus. Sorry for the math, but
That's a lot of dice.
That's a
okay,
lot in that.
not so much. But I not enough 7s to go around. Um, okay, spending another mode to reroll
You're
damage.
really optimizing this roll.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah,
Isn't that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
wait.
3
Oh,
eights,
yeah.
right? And 2 4.
Yeah, 3 8. Sorry, yes. 7. You're right. So 7 successes. That's over. The person's soak. So she tries to block with her bow. Um, Unfortunately, the weight of the thing carries this blow straight through, and he deals 7 health levels worth of damage,
Wow.
which is
Whew.
I think everything. So you're going to have to do more than just clean up arrows, I'm afraid, as he bisects her from shoulder to hip. The top half of her falls over as her legs bend and fall forward, both ends spraying blood across both the obsidian butterflies in place.
Why is it so
I fear I have
violent?
made a mistake.
I see this and I'm like,
I made a mistake in supporting him.
I point at the other one and I'm like, alive! That one, alive!
Okay. All right. So meanwhile, on the outside, fighting Dynasty Warrior style are Balmong and Aka.
Mm.
All right. So you guys have the initiative for this one. So what are you guys doing? Both of you are currently in the middle of a melee.
Ako, since you mentioned Dynasty Warriors anyway. So I jump into the air. And I grab the, what do you call this? My,
The staff
kung ano, I still have the staff.
or the scroll?
I'm gonna grab the scroll.
Which one
but
are you using?
I'm not using
Okay.
the staff for this one. Because,
All right.
mas malaki yun eh. I'm gonna grab the scroll. And basically do a, ganon.
Yeah. Okay.
So
To whip it around you.
Dynasty Warriors.
Mm. Large circular swipes. Okay. Go ahead and make a roll for that one. Their defense is 3 because they are
Still close
well-trained
combat.
soldiers. Sorry?
Is that still close combat?
Yes, it is. So close combat and I guess
force?
finesse in your
Finesse?
case.
Okay. Like,
Yeah.
yay, 8 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
that's a
go.
lot.
It is actually quite a lot.
Let's see if it matters. 997.
2 successes.
99, sorry.
Mm-hmm. So 2 successes. Not enough to beat their defense.
Mhm.
But you're able to fend them off. It's just that you don't knock any of them down.
Mhm.
But they are after you, because killing you means they'll go home with a king's ransom. And Aka, what's your action? So you've successfully parried and kept these thugs at bay. So now you have an option to do what it is you want.
Di ba may scaffolding sa baba?
Yes,
I
there is
was
a scaffolding.
thinking, like a guy is charging at me, and then
Mhm.
he gets stuck in the scaffolding, and then I do a 619, but then I
Mm.
keep it him in my legs, and then a guy behind him, I like pull his head down so that they both hit the ground.
I don't know what one
Jay, do you know what a
is.
619 is?
Yeah, I think I have to look it up.
It's a wrestling move.
It's a wrestling move, yep.
Okay.
And it's
So
beyond.
essentially, yeah, the person based when in the ring, the guy would go run up to the ropes. He would jump in between the middle ropes, and then
Okay.
he
You're
kind of
gonna-
swings his foot to the face of a
Got
guy
it.
who's already
Okay.
laying on the ropes. Kind of.
Sounds good. Sige, for that, get I know, 2 more dice to your roll.
Wait, so I roll 7.
I had to literally look up Rey Mysterio 619. Thank you.
Yeah,
I have learned something new today.
yeah.
I feel
it's-
enriched.
It's a very
It's close combat.
Yes, close combat. That's very
it's a
flashy and very
technical-
cool.
It's a very flashy move. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm so
I mean
sorry.
it's luchador background. So
Yeah, considering you're there.
I would be like, ooh.
Lucha. So close combat and okay. So 1 success.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So you're able to do that. You fling yourself. You knock them aside. It makes for quite a spectacle. In fact, like several of the other servants are just like gawking as you you basically like make fools of these people. And you guys. So you guys are fending off when you hear the sound of what do you call this? The sound of a crashing wave in the middle of the desert,
Mhm.
and the soldiers back off as you see that there is a black armored, dragon-blooded individual with a spear. He's the guy who didn't make it to the door, guys. So he went just a labas. Anyway,
Oh,
and he's gonna go up against you, the two of you. So
oh no!
let's hope he can actually manage it. So he opens up with a leaping maneuver. He jumps up, brings up his spear, spins, and then slams it down. And then there's this wave of water that smashes into you guys with the force of a tsunami. And he, yeah,
Are we able
he's
to dodge
gonna. Hmm?
Are we able to dodge the tsunami?
Yes, actually, your dodge is represented by your respective parry or dodge skills. So in this case, since this is a wave of water, I'm going to ask you guys to make your dodge defenses. So your dodge is athletics plus an attribute of choice.
Mine
I'm always gonna choose finesse.
No, there's just them. That's
It's
just
us.
Just them.
Ito,
only.
kami sa
I thought it's everyone. Okay.
No. We're inside the.
Yeah, this is the fight outside of the
Okay.
mans. Yeah.
Mine is
So,
athletics
Balmo?
and finesse is 8.
Okay, so 4.
Divided
Same.
by 2, 4.
Aka, what's your athletics plus your, I don't know, finesse or force?
Kung plus force, I'm 9 total.
Okay. Oh wow, that's even higher. Okay,
It's still 5.
nice. All right, let me roll then. Roll. Oh, my rolling is horrible today. Okay.
Which is good
So
for
he
us.
crashes. He smashes the spear, and then there's this tsunami-sized wave that kicks up. Balmung dodges easily, avoiding the wave by, I don't know, jumping atop, using his scroll as a pole vault and launching himself over the thing, while Aka avoids it by simply stomping on the sand in front of her to counteract the force by kicking up dirt, enough sand
Is that you,
to
Toph?
stop the wave.
A heavy lady.
Are you tough?
with one of those what do you call this a high kick to the ground to kick up dust to stop it. So yeah, he effectively achieves nothing. So we'll get to that in a bit. Meanwhile, inside the Mans, there's only one surviving combatant from the bad guys, and it's at this point the Mans' action to act actually, and
I had given my command, alive, alive.
yes, you did.
Non-lethal force. I need people to use. Interrogate.
Okay, and it actually connects. Hold on.
So,
Why does it always do this? Anyway, okay. So the Mans actually casts a what do you call this? A containment field around the the white-haired guy, which he attempts to escape, but unfortunately I roll horribly for villains for some reason. And he's caught in it. He tries to struggle out of it, but he can't move at the moment. So at this point, I'm calling the combat at an end the inside for the inside team,
sure.
as Ash, you know, uh, unceremoniously wipes his giant sword on the corpse.
And I kind of just look at him and I'm like, anyway, I'm just like, I just kind of look. I have this like exasperated, almost disgusted expression. I'm like, why do you have to be so
Horrific. Bloody.
efficient? He's too bloody efficient.
Meanwhile, from outside, while I'm flipping in the air, I see this all in the monitor. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Like that
Wow.
was ghastly. That was ghastly. While flipping through the air.
Yeah, and you guys that see that, while Ash is like sheathing the blade behind him, the face of the person he killed manifests in the sword.
The girl? Or the one,
Yeah.
the archer, whatever.
Yeah, the archer.
Yeah, the archer. She's now part of his sword.
Yes.
It's like Katana from DC.
Oh yes, katana.
Similar. It consumes souls.
That means Ash can also
And-
talk to the souls.
Yeah, and he can consume them technically for essence boost.
Ah,
Right,
Fucking
because
sword.
he's also
a death knight.
also
also-
He
undead.
he consumes them. He lets the sword consume the souls for boosts, which is how he re-rolled his damage.
Grabe.
Well, he is a combat character.
Yes. So, he's like, problem solved. Instead of fighting it.
Problem
Corpse.
solved.
And I'm like,
Tapos somebody whispers to Ninay, ginusto mo yan. To Tsun.
So I don't know what her
Ginusto mo
reaction.
yan.
I'm just... Matatamaan ba ako ng blood? Splattering.
You're on the far side, but he can be if you want to. I don't know.
I'll just be like, what?
Ginusto mo yan, Ninay.
It's like, oh, gross.
Ginusto mo yan, Tsun.
Yung next na artifact weapon ni Chunchun ata dapat heals eh. Anyway,
Like, I think we need to put this woman back together, Lord. But no. Anyway, outside.
okay, outside muna.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are up against the Dragon Blood. It's your action.
It's my action.
The water aspect of Dragon Blood.
While
Yeah.
I jump by dodging into the air. So while I'm in the air and flipping around, I unwind my bandages. Tapos
Okay.
I grab my scroll that's on the ground. flip it up into the air, and then, paano ko ba siya, flip it up into the air, and then, I throw it like a pike against the, against,
Akala ko yo-yo mo sa kanya, but anyways, yes.
naka pa rin, while I throw it to the bike, what do you call this, the bandages are still attached.
Nakatali pa rin. Yes.
Oo.
Yeah,
So that I can
it's
pull
like
it
a
back.
giant weighted dart. Yeah.
Parang siyang parang yung fish hook,
Yes.
yung pwede mo siyang ganun.
Yep. Okay. So go ahead. That counts as a ranged
Attack, yes.
ranged combat. Yeah.
I have still 8 dots.
The same amount of dots. Grabe.
3 din kasi yung ko eh. Yung range ko. So, roll.
Okay. So his defense is 3.
8d10. Let's see
Oh,
kung
sorry.
merong-
Defense is 4.
Let's see kung may point ang na to. Roll na to.
Mm-hmm.
8, 8, 8, 8.
Ayun, eksakto.
4.
Exacto, actually. So you go ahead and gain 2 power from that one.
Alright.
Yeah. So you successfully hit. You don't get any extra successes, but your weapon plus your gives you 2 power for
Okay.
that. So just keep track of that. So you're currently holding on to 2 power for now.
Okay.
So you hit a glancing blow that he minimizes by what do you call this, twisting away from the force of the blow. But it clearly has him on the back leg, at least in terms of the fight. Aka, what's your action?
I'm at this point, I'm hella pissed. I'm like, I just wanted to chill.
You have
So,
awoken
mag-
the dragon.
So gusto ko magwala. Parang,
I was having fun working for pizza.
That's
I wanna,
right.
Like,
I had free pizza.
Hulk mode and tackle them. How about that?
Okay. So
What does
I imagine like a screaming
Athletics ba
screaming
to?
angel.
Right?
depende. What exactly you're planning to tackle them? So you can use close combat, but I'm okay with you using athletics because this is kind of like a stunt.
Mhm. Okay. Or oh my gosh, I don't know how to type. Oh no,
Fine.
Wait, did you add your force to this?
I did not. I'm
Yeah,
so
please
sorry.
reroll.
Okay.
No, that's the wrong.
Kaya pala 4 lang. Sabi ko parang hindi ata 2 ang force niya.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
That's all good. It's all good. Ah, yeah, that looks a little more like it. 5 successes. Okay. So yeah. So you definitely hit for that one. You okay? So how you just body them essentially? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
You go okay. So you go ape shit and just body them straight. Okay. So, it's funny because he's like all this martial artsy, twirly, jumping, all that other stuff. Balmong glances, hits him with a glancing blow to the side. He twirls to minimize the blow, only to get body checked by Aka.
Like gracefully landing and then
Like
suddenly.
a shoulder slam.
Oh god.
Walang takas eh.
4.
Bang,
Grabe.
I somersault away and then suddenly
So you gain another 2 power for yourselves. So sorry, you get 3 power. And since your defense is 3, okay. So all right, how this works? You both each have at least 3 or 4 power each. Since your opponent's hardness, quote unquote hardness, is defense is 3, that means you guys can now initiate an actual damaging attack. So at this point, any attack that you make can be the one that deals direct damage na.
Okay.
So yun. So in a way, it's kind of like those kung fu movies where you see them spend like 2 to 4 seconds of trading blows without actually dealing damage before somebody managed to hit and hurt. Ganun siya. It's just like a Jackie Chan film. That's the tempo of exalted essence. So okay, so you guys have struck him twice. It's his action at this point, and he is currently pressured considering he's fighting apparently two solars at the same time. It's usually not a good thing. Um. Okay. So he spends essence to double his. Ah, no, he can't double. Just gets half of his skill. 4, 6. Okay, so 86. 80, 10.
Yeah, so
Okay. So since you body him, he staggers backwards but manages to find his footing. He twirls the spear around his waist before dashing towards you with it with the spear tip extended, ready to strike your heart.
Who is he dashing
Aka.
towards? Aka. Okay.
Towards Aka, yes. So he's dashing towards Aka. Aka's defense is 5, I believe, for dodge.
Wow. Okay.
So he
Wow.
needs to roll higher than 5 successes to avoid to actually hit.
Where do I see
1,
this?
2, 3,
Sorry.
4. Not enough. So what do you call this? Aka sidesteps the blow, and the spearman dashes past you, leaving himself remarkably open for retaliation at this point.
Let's go.
Okay, so what's Aka doing? You have an opportunity, given that you've managed to dodge an attack and he's closest to you. I'll let you go first before Balmong in this regard.
Is he a large man?
He's taller than you. He's about 5'11".
Wait, how tall is Aka now? I mean, like she was a child before.
That's true, unless she grew like a
was
weed.
Everything was bigger than her kasi. So
you might well, a lot of things.
Maybe just a little bit. She grew a little bit. You know, Asian size. Asian.
5'2". Like
Asian
Asian
G.
growth spurt. So I was thinking like
Asian growth spurt. Congratulations on your next 3 inches. Like,
I was thinking, so like medyo stuck siya sa ground no. Nakaganon ba siya? Ganyan.
Hindi naman. He what do you call this? Did parang a thrust past you. So you basically have an opportunity to take advantage of the fact that he is off balance because he missed, and his back is turned towards you. So it's up to you if you want to do anything with the fact his spear is still within reach, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I don't want to use a spear though. I want the sheer brute strength of a teenager. I was
Okay.
thinking like
A super
I
strong
jump from the ground. I'd use his back as like a step. And then yung ulo niya, gaganunin ko and like try to like drag it to the ground.
Wait. Sorry. Could you run that by me again?
So, badly put. So, I'm
Uh-huh.
thinking he's like that. He's kind of like
Yeah.
that, right? And then parang I jump here and kind of step and then yung arm ko grab siya so parang gaganon siya.
Okay. All right. Got it.
grabbing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds
I
good.
like how we're using
Yeah, that's still perfectly valid. So you get 2 more dice because it is a stunt.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I do the 9d10 pa rin, right?
That's with the additional 2 dice na, no? Added na yun, yung stunt dice mo.
Athletics?
Yeah, so your athletics plus force is how many dice?
Plus 2.
9.
And then add 2 more.
11.
So 11.
Dude, yeah, that's a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 success. Yes, it's definitely a hit. Okay, so in this case, that would be, sorry. So 3, 4, 5. So you have 1. Okay, so let me just quickly do the math. So you have one success over. You have 4 power saved up. So that's 5 already. Plus, well, you're not doing weapon damage for this one, but unarmed technically counts as another +1. So 6. Yeah. 6d10, please. If you roll 6d10, and we'll determine the amount of damage.
Mm, yummy.
Lord, give me the successes.
Okay,
Oh,
1 success.
no.
Sadly, wala tayong reroll for this one. Um, so you grabbed him. There's this horrible wrenching sound as you grab him. You wrap your arm around his jaw, and you swing with your entire body weight. Um, he's forced to compensate as best as he can, letting go of the spear to try and save his life. As he follows through the blow, he's able to soften it. He takes a health level of damage, but he's also disarmed at this point and prone. So, Balmo, it's your action.
Ang saya. So, wait I'm thinking about how to land. I'm still in there.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, the projection in the back has Ash there, standing there while Branch is berating him, talking about, look at this place, it's full of blood.
Wait.
How am I supposed
So,
to explain this?
malayo na si villain, si enemy from where my my scroll landed. Tama ba? Kasi
From where
when
you
my
scroll, yeah, a
my
little
scroll
bit, yes. Yeah,
landed,
he's
tapos
moved.
he moved away, and
Yes.
then trinample. Tinakil siya ni Aka. So medyo
Yes,
napalayo
yeah.
na siya.
So gumalaw na, yes.
Kasi I wanna do a close combat attack.
Mhm.
And then kasi I want to activate ano. Sige. So in this case, I let go of my scroll.
You can just Okay, you can just declare that you're landing on him on your 2 feet habang nakapose ka.
That's a very simple statement.
Dapat stunt it while you can. Make, I don't know, glorious entrance.
Okay.
Now, anyway, I let go of the scroll to pull
Right.
back the what do you call this? The bandages. And then
Yes.
as I do that, I throw my bandages around the enemy. What's his name? So,
Yeah.
para I can pull myself towards him. And then,
Okay.
basically,
Kind of-
parang, para yung attack ko, close combat, ako papunta ako sa
Lariat
kanya.
siya, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, I want to
Sounds good.
activate, a charm, many attacks technique, which is basically allowing me to have, a series of blows at close combat.
Sorry, hold on. Just give me
Sige lang. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. So basically, pag gano'n ko sa kanya, close combat, fury of attacks, punching.
So parang
Or-
siyang, it's like you didn't get over here except you drew yourself to him, and then pag lumapit ka, you do like the ganun.
Oo. parang actually I'm thinking nga if I should do kicks or punches. Pag ganun ko. Pag kicks masaya eh, parang napaka once upon a time.
Napaka Chun-Li.
Hindi, alam mo yung once upon a time yung lagi niyang ginagawa na he does the air kick thing. Na multiple kicks.
Actually forgot what that looked like. Ooh. Go na. Well,
So, folks, we are just waiting
Hello,
for
sorry about that.
Zen to come
Sorry
back.
about that. I'm back.
No
Yeah.
worries. So, anyway,
So yeah,
yung
you grab him by the bandages and then hurl yourself towards him.
yes. And then,
Okay.
I activate yung many attacks technique. Basically, I can get a second attack in with no
Mhm.
dice penalty.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. That's good.
So,
So you roll your attack twice.
basically, I roll my attack twice at him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, again, that's 8d10.
Okay.
Wait. Gusto ko nga, inisip ko nga, instead of punches, kicks. Parang once upon a time. Yung many kicks na.
Pwede naman. Yeah, yeah.
Para masaya. 8d10. 9, 8.
Two.
So, 2. Tapos yung second attack. 10,
3.
3. 4.
Ah, wait. No, sorry. 2 lang pala. 8 ang successes eh. 8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10. So, 4?
Yeah. So, no, you count them separately. They're 2 separate attacks.
So, 2 and 1. 2 and 2.
Oh, 2 and 2,
2 and 2.
essentially. Yeah. So you're able to grab him. You're able to bring yourself towards close combat, but unfortunately, he's able to fend you off.
Oh.
Yeah, he's able to survive surprisingly, despite
Oh,
all of
sad.
this. You know, so that brings it to his action. He does not have a spear because he dropped it to save his life.
To
Because
save your
otherwise,
life.
what do you call this? Aka would have twisted his neck 180 degrees, and that's probably not the best way to go. Alam mo yung open casket kaso nakatalikod ka. Anyway, sorry.
That is dark. But I'll keep it.
Sorry. Clearly, I have been running too much World of Darkness. All right. So it's his action, and he is unarmed. He is unhappy, and he is injured. Oh, there's many things going on right now. In his state, and he decides to switch to martial arts. He's still within range of Aka
So, he goes
and
after Aka pa din.
Balmong. But he's no, actually, he switched targets to you, considering you're the one that has him wrapped up in bandages.
That's true.
So, okay, so he's attempting to stunt. He wraps his arm around one of your bandages and uses it to tug you.
Uh-huh.
So basically, take you off balance, and then he'll counter with a series of atemi strikes to your pressure points.
No! Anyway, go. Ganun pa din.
So that's his martial arts roll.
Versus 4.
Same, no? 4 pa rin, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel
That's
like I'm gonna get
80.
pain.
No, you'll be fine.
Yeah, if we go by the history of my dice roller record for this entire evening, you'll be fine. I have yet to score a hit, guys. I'm so annoyed.
Yes, I was able to dodge.
Maybe it's time for us to all get the actual dice.
Oh nga, feeling ko kailangan ko na mag-roll ng dice.
And
No,
then
but
we
it's
do
fine.
like a hand cam.
Hand cam. Meron na, there's someone that actually did that. Yung parang dice bowl na cam lang.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, so yeah, he tries to counter, fails miserably. No, actually, it's more like he yanks to try and pull you towards him. Uses his techniques to try and land a few atemi strikes, but he doesn't score enough successes. So I'm assuming Balmong is able to counter these efforts
Yeah.
either by striking the opposite pressure point to nullify each effect
I will
on his person.
Can I activate swift counter attack?
Oh wow, okay. Yes, do you have enough modes to trigger that?
Yes, 1 mote and 1
Okay,
power. So, the Exalt unleashes a deadly counter attack. The character makes close combat counter attack targeting one enemy who attacked her this round. She must be
Okay.
able to strike her target within the range of her weapon, which is at this
Mhm.
point it's my fists.
Yes.
This is treated as though part of a flurry. The initial
Okay.
attack is not penalized. And
Alright.
then meron siyang sinabi dito for a solar the Exalt instead commits one mote until the end and make additional counter attacks at the cost of 2 power each. So if I wanted to, I can do additional counter attacks.
Sige.
Ayun.
That's horrifying. But okay. Yes, go
And
ahead
the
and make a roll
attacks
for
do
that.
not suffer dice penalty and do not count towards action limit.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll do my
Okay.
initial counter attack.
Yeah. So go ahead and use your entire dice pool.
8d10 for that.
Dirty solar. Anyway, lakas ng solar.
They are.
3.
They are always the cheesiest.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
That's my first attack. And then
Okay.
again, how do I know how much power do I have?
Let me double check. So it says spend power.
Sabi niya,
I
I
think it
can
means
spend
motes.
2 additional power for
Yeah, I think that means motes. So
Huh?
2 additional motes if you want to add an additional attack.
So I gain 2
So if you
additional
have-
motes. Okay.
Yeah,
So if I want to gain
for another attack.
Sige, let's try.
Yeah.
Ay, anong kailangan kong roll pala? 4 ba? Or 5?
4.
Okay, so this one, second counter attack. Ayan.
That's definitely a hit.
That's that's
Okay, 1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you rolled 2 over plus 3 power a while ago. So that's 5 plus your unarmed damage. Do you have any stats for your? You don't have any weapon stats for your unarmed bandages, right?
No, it's just weighted.
counts as unarmed.
Wala tayong nilagay na stats for it.
6. Okay, so 6. That's 6 dice of damage. Go ahead and make that roll.
Wee!
Sorry, you will. I apologize for the sudden interruption kasi biglang nandito na rin yung pusa ako for some reason.
No, it's fine.
That's fine.
Why are you here? Okay, anyway.
There we go.
6 dice. 1, 2, 3 points of damage. Okay.
Sabi mo,
So-
take note of the plus power kanina or did you take that into account already?
That was already enough. So
Okay.
the way this works is that you guys already had amassed 3 or 4 power each. When you committed your attacks for actual damage, that gets spent because it adds to your damage roll, which is why you're rolling 6 dice.
Okay.
And a while ago, Aka was rolling 7 dice, I think, for this one. So you deal 3 points of damage. He already suffered 1 a while ago, I think, if I remember correctly. So he's down by 4. So he's now suffering a penalty of -2 dice to everything he tries to do, and is like shy of unconsciousness. For the sake of expediency and considering there's 2 of you beating up an injured individual, I'm assuming that you guys will win this fight.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of what do you guys plan to do. I am assuming that he is either
Well, we
strung
want
up and captured, or at your mercy.
I want him captured because we want to interrogate. So basically,
Okay.
we want to at least that's how I want. Hindi ko alam kay Aka. Aka's the
Aka can just claim the spear and call it a day.
I was gonna say, like, kill him. Because the spear is there.
Just get the spear. Don't kill. We need him. Let's interrogate him first. Then you can do whatever you want with him afterwards.
Wow, how virtuous.
I
What is
like
this?
it.
Remember,
Like, I will simply look away. I was powerless to stop it. Like, what?
my character is willing to look away as long as their order is restored.
Oh God. Okay.
Fine, we spare him then.
Talaga eh.
But if you
Parang
make
ayaw mo.
this move, I'm gonna kill him.
Yung may ano pa talaga, yung kicks the dirt, fine. We'll keep him alive.
Ah, I want death. What? A brutal young lady.
Yep.
Yeah, yun yung mga ano dun. Okay.
Bigla ka na,
So,
mental note to self. Ano? This
Get
kid
help.
this kid needs parents.
Nandiyan naman tayo Nandiyan din kami dalawa ni Ash. Very toxic, very...
very toxic parent. Kausapin ka ni Mami, copy doon.
I feel like if ever pizza would be like the parent na.
Actually, Pizza would be the most decent parent of this
Like,
bunch.
he's
The
just gonna be
criminal is the
making,
most
like...
decent
You're
parent.
you're,
Oh.
you're all actually not. I'm actually
Fit.
in game. I'm technically the eldest.
But then Branch is, like, married to his job.
No, he's taking care of more people than just Aka. He's taking care of his students actually.
He's a
Which is
mentor type.
being married to your
He's
job.
a mentor type. But
Mhm.
si ano,
That's why I say pizza would be the best because he treats them
Yeah.
like family.
Mas mentor, mas thesis
Because
advice
Pizza-
together.
he feels like
This is advice.
a better version of Silco from Arcane.
Pizza has been offered to star in a movie
Silco.
with a
Oh,
lot of
Yeah,
cards.
him too.
It's not evil, not really evil.
Mm-mm. Which is
So,
fine. I mean, that's still
Pizza has
So,
been
okay.
Sige, go. I was gonna say Pizza has been contracted to star in a movie with racing carts. Joke lang.
Oh no.
The Fast and the Furious. Joke lang.
Racing carts.
Carts.
I just got that. Sorry.
We've hit this point in time of our year.
Terrible.
Okay, so the army flees, considering that they've seen that you're apparently not just a crown prince, but are apparently blessed by the gods, considering that you can perform supernatural martial arts.
I already spent
Beyond
like,
anything that anyone could do, diba?
and the number of
You've been
modes I
spending
spent.
modes. So at this point, you're glowing.
Yes.
So you're there's the projection of Branch in the background, instructing the mans to initiate a self-cleaning protocol, while you're glowing like a golden god, in front of all of this.
Yeah.
Calm down. Joke lang.
And then Aka is like, busy marching the water aspected. Considering that you know that there's one other captured bad guy. Both of them are Dragon Bloods. For interrogation, and we will get to that in the next session, where you guys get your answers as to what's been going on. But in the meantime, Team Inside, Team Bahay,
Team Bahay.
go ahead and Branch discovers that the demands that you guys were able to find is correctly attributed as a war man's, and it is in fact a hangar for a war strider, which is essentially a giant technomagical robot. So yes, may Gundam na po kayo. I don't know if it's up to you guys. If you guys want to have like 5 seats in it, it's up to you.
Oh
Darling in
gosh,
the Franxx.
5 seats.
Wag na darling in the France. But kung gusto niyo parang tag dito, Power Rangers na 5 kayo. Bala kayo dun. In one cockpit na room.
Tapos yung nagpa-power
Tapos
ng robot, yung staff, kailangan mo ilagay yung staff doon sa gitna. Joke lang. Which, by the way, I'm carrying.
Defender of the realm.
The Mance is just a giant robot.
The Mance is think of it as Camp Big Falcon, essentially. It houses the robot.
The Zords.
Of course, releasing the thing and actually using it is going to be a major red flag for the rest of like civilization. Because what do you mean they have a giant honking robot? So use judiciously. Si Branch yung may
In the first place, what is a robot? Do they know the concept?
My character would.
Yes, surprisingly Branch would. So at this point, you have like Aka, who is like a teen, is like looking at a giant magical robot.
What kind of bear?
Looks at Branch. looks at the cup on Branch's arm and is now trying to figure out how to steal the family car.
It's like, no. It's like,
I wanna take
No.
it to a
it's
party.
so,
Joyride.
this is soul bound.
How about we take it to a party? What's up?
How about
Joyride, you know. You just
She wants to, no, Aka wants to show off to her other teen friends. Look,
to other team. Look, I have a robot. You guys just have horses.
because she's trying to make friends, and that's how she knows.
She steals it and crashes it.
Because she's always been around like adults.
Oh,
She
wow.
doesn't-
She doesn't know how to. She just steals it and crashes it into Pizza's hut. You just crash a giant robot into mine.
I also flex it to other adults.
Special appearance ni Pizza.
Tapos
So,
yung parang,
yo, you've ever seen this?
did you just cause a kaiju? Did
Pizza
you
will
just
be
cause
there
a
just to
kaiju attack
confiscate
in
it from
Chiaroscuro?
and basically ground you.
it'd be like,
No!
you
I
have,
want-
you have illegally taken the keys from your uncle
Uncle
Branch
Branch.
and giving this back to him.
Ito.
Did you
More
make
like
this
it's
back?
like did you just steal something from Branch again? Like not the first time.
And actually, the important thing to Pizza is like, do you know how much the fuel on this thing costs?
Or no,
Pati ba dyan mataas gasolina?
They're gonna steal something, don't get caught.
And it's like, and it's hard to not get caught with a robot the size of 3 buildings.
Pretty much.
He's actually teaching her how to be a criminal.
How to actually be a better criminal.
That's not
So yun ang career path niya from child soldier to criminal.
Oh my gosh. It's like The
He's
Sims.
teaching her how to properly pickpocket.
We can only go up from here.
Because it's like all she knows is brute force. So he's teaching her finesse.
But there.
PD.
Okay, so we'll end here because it's already 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sorry, I know it's been combat lang for the entire 2 hours, which is usually the case when it comes to some of these games. But
Combat takes longer.
combat takes longer than most of them. But don't worry, we will be back onto more plot and treachery and whatever else, and the occasional, I don't know, handsome stranger.
Currently having some strangers.
We have one handsome stranger and one really beat up stranger. So,
So if he was handsome before the beating, we'll find out.
medyo nasa was na siya.
Medyo nasa, swollen eye.
Oo, yung hindi siya yung parang anime beat up na gumagwapo. Hindi, baliktad. Mukha siyang resulta ng match ni Hajime no Ippo.
Oh, that kind
Oh
of.
my.
Alright. So
Yung
siguro
mga-
at this point, let's just end the stream and then we can do our post-mortem briefing. Okay. So
Thanks
thank
for
you guys. Thank you guys for joining
Thanks for
us
joining
for
us.
the stream. And make sure to catch us in the next, I think, 2 weeks or so. We will be here. Just view on Mondays.
Fast one.
Mondays are our stream days, so join us on Mondays. And
Just
so-
what, Monday the 13th? Ano ba yun?
Monday the 13th.
Actually.
all right, good night, guys. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.